Hello everyone, and welcome to the lower body strength and core warm-up that we will be following for the next 4 weeks. So we're going to get you started. You do not need any equipment. All you need is your body and your mat, and we're going to start off by laying down on the floor. So for these warm-ups, hopefully you caught that first initial video that I had on this page. We are going to be following along these together, but they are not going to change every week. So you're going to have to come back here before you complete each of our 4 lower body strength and core sessions, which would be our Monday session of the week. You come back here and complete this warm-up before each of them, because those sessions are indeed going to change. All right, so let's get you started with this bow and arrow. We're going to go ahead and lay down on our side, lift up our knees, stacking them at 90 degrees. We want to make sure that we have some space. Give myself a little bit more. Above, around, behind us. We'll stack our arms and shoulders. Take a big breath in. Exhale, cross our body all the way over, trying to get this hand, shoulder down on the floor. Once we get here, we'll reach up and over our head, coming back to center, and we are doing 10 of these. So we're still following along. So again, like I was saying over the past few weeks, you don't necessarily need to count, but if you would like to, you can. Going through 10 reps per side. Trying to really work with our breath, exhaling as we cross over, getting that contact with the shoulder, inhaling as we come back to center, and trying to keep our knees, our feet together and down, fixed onto the floor. So we'll breathe through these ones, going through these last 5. And again, if you have more room, I'm a little squished up here, but if you have more room, you can extend your arm out and straight to the side to get that nice full straight arm extension. So we'll go through these last 2. And last 1. Exhaling into it. And then we are going to switch sides. So you can go ahead and just flip over. I'm going to flip around so we can still see you guys. And we are going to do the same thing on the other side here. So again, working with that breath, exhaling as we cross, reaching up and over that head. Trying to get that nice rotation through our lower back, upper back, chest and shoulder stretching. This is an awesome one, but you already knew that. It's a nice full body stretch. So we'll go through our 10 now on this side. Now we might have one side that feels a little bit tighter or maybe a little looser than the other. We'll try to just work with whatever we got going on here, not forcing anything. But again, it is quite important in this one that we keep those knees and feet fixed together and down on the floor. We don't want this knee lifting up off the floor. So we'll go through these last 3. Again, working with that breath. It's always going to help us get a little bit deeper into these nice dynamic stretches, these movement stretches that we're doing to that exactly, get our body moving, which we probably haven't done too much. So that is 10 on each side. The next one we're going to do is our 90-90s. We know them, we love them. Maybe not, but we know them. We're going to sit on up into this 90-90 position, trying to create these 2 90-degree angles in our knees. It's important in this one that we keep our heels down on the floor. Some of us might be able to sit up like this. Others might have to lean back and use the support of the hands. But we're going to flip the legs right and left, trying to get both of our hips, both of those butt cheeks down on the floor as close as we can. And we'll go through this 10 times total, 5 times there and back. So with this one, we're getting the internal and the external rotation of our hips, moving, warmed up, preparing them for all of the stuff that we are going to be doing in our training session. So with these ones, again, we're taking our time, and we're not spending any time in each of these positions. We're just hitting that point, coming back out of it, back over to the other side. So we'll go through these last 2. Once again, keeping our breath flowing, as we always do. And last one. Finishing up this one, the next one, we are standing up, working with a lunge with an overhead reach. So I'll meet you guys at the front of the mat, arms down by our sides. We'll step back into the lunge. Both arms are going to reach up and over our head. We're alternating our legs, doing 10 of these total. In this one, we're going to feel a nice stretch down the front of the hip. So we'll get that hip flexor opened up. But again, we want to make sure that we're not forcing anything. So we'll just go as low as we're comfortable at this hour of the day, time in our lives. So we'll work with these ones, again, trying to keep the arms straight, exhaling as we go down, inhaling as we come up. We got 4 more to go. Again, we're working with maybe getting a little deeper as we go through these 10 as we do them. So last 2. And last one. All right. Next one is a squat with an overhead reach. So we're gonna widen up our feet into a squat stance. We wanna add that slight angle out in our toes. Both hands are in front of us. We're gonna reach them down as close to the floor as we can, touch the floor if we can, and then stand and reach those arms up to the ceiling. That's one. We're doing 10 of these total. So we're working with, and inhaling down, exhaling up, trying to get that nice full extension of our body, stacking up all of our joints, shoulders, hips, ankles, everything's nice and straight, making sure that we're squeezing our glutes at the top, reaching our arms up and above our head. And this one's gonna help us get our heart rate up, get, again, that blood flowing through our full body, front side, back side, all of it. So we'll work through these ones and following a nice quick pace, not spending any time anywhere in these reps. 3 more. And last one. All right, so we'll finish up those ones. The next one, we have 3 more to go. We have a double side lunge going on. So we'll come over to one side of the mat, feet are beside each other. We'll step out into that side lunge, sending our hips back behind us, shifting back to that front side, and then pushing ourselves up to the top. That is 1. We're doing 10 of those total, 5 per side. So as we go through these side lunges, we know it's important to push our hips back behind us, to have that knee kept back behind our toe rather than driving it over top. That's going to help give us that nice stretch down the adductor, the inner thigh. So we'll work through these ones, 10 of them, using that leg to push ourselves up to the top. Arms are in front of us, which is going to help us, again, promote those hips to go back behind us. And again, we'll use that breath, inhaling across, and then exhaling as we push up. 3 more. There you go. So we'll keep that chest up. Try to get our butts down there to 90 degrees. And the next 2, the last 2 I should say, are down on the floor. So we're going to head down for these last 2, which are all about activation. First one's for our core. We're going to be working with a dead bug, a pressure dead bug. So we want to lay on our back, get in this dead bugging position, 90 degrees at the knees, arms up, legs up. We'll take the palm, squish it into that opposite knee to create that nice pressure. Back is down into the floor. That's very important. There's no space back here. And then we're lowering opposite arm, opposite leg, going through 10 of these on each side. As we go through them, again, we're exhaling, trying to squeeze these 2 together, keep that back down, lots of things happening, and you'll feel this throughout your full core, front side of your abdomen, as we go through our 10 reps on each side. So the harder you can squeeze that hand and knee together in this one, the better. We'll work through these 10, taking a sweet time with them, again, not rushing them. You should really feel this a lot, which you probably already are, by the end of the 10, and then we'll switch, of course, and we'll do 10 on the other side. I'm keeping my leg bent because that, for me, is the only way I can keep my back down, although if you're feeling strong, you can always try straightening out your leg, which is going to be much more challenging, but again, it's very crucial that we have that low back fixed to the floor. So we'll get these on both sides, 10 and 10, and then we have one more movement here, an activation style, which is going to be for our glutes, butte. We're starting in a very similar position, feet are on the floor, back is down into the floor. Pushing the hips all the way up to the top of that hip bridge. We're doing our bridge walks. So we're going to lift up one leg, bring it up to 90 degrees while maintaining this nice strong bridge position. And then we'll put it back down. And the other one comes up, 90 degrees. That's 2. We're doing 5 on each side, 10 reps total. Very important in this one is to keep those hips in this strong, stable position. So before we lift up that leg, we want to think about stabilizing with that opposite leg so that we don't have that shifting, tilting situation that I'm always trying to get you guys to avoid as we go through our 10 reps total, 5 per side. So we'll get these going on. Again, taking our sweet time, because if we rush something like this, we tend to really not get anything out of it. We want to slow her down and stabilize that hip. And the slower we go here, the more we're going to feel this one. And again, we should Probably no need to tell you this, but we should be feeling this through our back side, the glutes. So we'll work with these 10, finishing up that one there. And that is our last one. So that concludes our warm-up. Now I would like you to scroll down and find your training session that you're going to do today, and let's do it. Let's get you started.